Which cereals should you eat to avoid raising blood sugar levels, and how should you consume them? In this video, we will discuss the grains you can consume without fear. With so much information about the harm of carbohydrates, it's challenging to create a balanced diet. That's why we have gathered the most useful information about various grain groups. Watch the video to the end, and you'll learn which grains can be beneficial for your health. According to the latest estimate from the World Health Organization, there are already over 463 million adults living with diabetes worldwide. It is expected that this number will continue to grow, reaching 700 million by 2045. Of course, you all know that diabetes is a chronic condition characterized by high blood sugar or glucose levels. Glucose is a source of energy for the body's cells, but for its proper utilization, cells require insulin, a hormone produced by the pancreas. In a case of diabetes, the pancreas either does not produce enough insulin or the cells cannot effectively use it, leading to an increase in blood glucose levels. There is much debate surrounding buckwheat. Let's find out if buckwheat contributes to raising or lowering blood sugar. Regarding its calorie content, 100 grams of raw buckwheat contains 330 kilocalories. In terms of composition, 100 grams of buckwheat consists of 64 grams of carbohydrates, 3.70 grams of fat, and 12.6 grams of protein. After cooking, buckwheat expands in volume, and 100 grams of cooked buckwheat boiled in water contains 110 kilocalories and 1.3 grams of carbohydrates. Depending on the processing and cooking method of buckwheat, its glycemic index varies, ranging from 40 to 60. This index falls into the category of medium, which means that buckwheat has a moderate effect on raising blood sugar levels. What are the benefits of buckwheat? It is indisputable that buckwheat contains a large amount of dietary fiber, which greatly improves digestion. Additionally, the vitamins A and B, omega-3, iron, iodine, potassium, magnesium, and calcium present in buckwheat contribute to strengthening the immune system. It's essential to remember that carbohydrates are the easiest and fastest source of energy. However, they are also sugars. Consuming large quantities of buckwheat will inevitably lead to a rise in blood sugar levels. Of course, this increase will not be as significant as with white rice or semolina, but it will still occur. To ensure that buckwheat does not cause spikes in blood sugar and provides benefits, it's best to choose whole and unprocessed buckwheat or groats. Additionally, it's advisable to cook buckwheat as little as possible. Thanks to minimal heat treatment, buckwheat retains its structure and, consequently, has a lesser impact on blood sugar levels. Furthermore, to avoid raising blood sugar, consume buckwheat in small quantities, preferably during the first half of the day. Buckwheat porridge is ideally consumed with vegetables such as the zucchini, tomatoes, cucumbers, or with protein-rich foods like eggs and meat, which are digested more slowly and have a minimal glycemic index. Thanks to this, consuming buckwheat won't cause sugar spikes. How does oatmeal affect blood sugar levels? Oatmeal is a slow carbohydrate. Its consumption does not lead to sharp spikes in blood sugar. If we compare oatmeal to semolina or white rice, it is undoubtedly much healthier, but it's essential to consider that the glycemic index of oatmeal varies depending on the processing method. For example, unprocessed oatmeal has the lowest index, 35, while oatmeal cooked with milk has a glycemic index of 70. Instant oatmeal, on the other hand, can have an index as high as 80. In 100 grams of cooked oatmeal prepared with water without oil, sugar, or other additives, there are 72.92 kilocalories. It contains about 17 of protein, 7 of fat, and 66 of carbohydrates. Thus, this porridge won't contribute to excess weight gain, but only if it's cooked with water without salt and sugar. Is oatmeal beneficial? Definitely yes, but only when consumed correctly. First and foremost, oatmeal should be eaten in small quantities. If you have oatmeal for breakfast, it's essential to consume some protein first, like 2 eggs or a piece of meat. Chicken is a great choice, or a vegetable salad, and then you can comfortably eat 100 of oatmeal. In this way, oatmeal won't cause a blood sugar spike. As for oat flakes, they are one of the most popular types of oatmeal. These flakes are made from oat grains with the husk removed, which are then steamed, crushed, or rolled. This is the least beneficial type of oatmeal. Beware of instant oatmeal in portioned packages, as they are usually highly processed and may already contain sugar, salt, and flavorings. Quinoa porridge has recently become part of our lives, and for a good reason. Quinoa is a grain with high nutritional value that has been cultivated in the mountains of South America for thousands of years. Surprisingly, despite its small size, quinoa has one of the lowest glycemic index levels, 40, and contains a protein that helps increase insulin synthesis in the body. Therefore, it can be confidently said that quinoa porridge is a real find for people with diabetes. Quinoa also contains a lot of vitamins and minerals, such as potassium, magnesium, and phosphorus, which help maintain a healthy blood glucose level. Cooking quinoa porridge is not difficult if you remember the key points. Quinoa should be thoroughly rinsed before cooking to get rid of the bitter taste. Observe the ratio of quinoa to water, 1 to 2, meaning 1 part quinoa should be cooked with 2 parts of water. Cook it over low heat for 15, 20 minutes with the lid on and let it sit for 5, 10 minutes under the lid. It's essential not to overcook quinoa to preserve its beneficial properties. Friends, what kind of porridge do you prefer to have for breakfast? If you liked the video, share it with your friends. This was the Health in Your Hands channel.